Hello, bass family, and welcome to Everything Bass. I have another bass book deep dive for you, and it's an important one. So, what is it? Well, you already know because you saw the title, but it is The Bassist Guide to Injury Management, Prevention, and Better Health by Randall Kurtz, Doctor of Chiropractic Medicine. So, full disclaimer, when I studied at Musicians Institute in 1989, Dr. Kurtz was one of my classmates. Amazing guy. Why I say this is he knows, like, you can have a chiropractor who doesn't play bass and therefore might give you some suggestions, but doesn't really understand the challenges or the injuries that can come across being a bassist. Dr. Randall Kurtz was a bass player first, and his approach to this topic is so popular that he's been interviewed by various websites, podcasts. He's done the Victor Wooten's camp. He's done different bass camps all around. He's recognized as the worldwide expert specifically for how bass players can prevent injury and have better health. So that's the what. How? Well, you know what? It's not a massive book, so don't be intimidated like, oh my gosh, I have to read 300 pages or whatnot. But he's very clear, first about defining what the problems can be, and with great photos, by the way. Great photos. There's Randy himself, showing you like postures that can create issues. And so I found what could possibly be a dry subject and something that maybe is not like exciting to read. Because you know the author is a bass player, and because he knows you're a bass player, he writes in a very familiar way, and I just found it the easiest read in the world, and I started applying these things like right away, and immediately, and I was having hand issues, and by getting his first edition of this book, the first one he released, and then following up with this one, I haven't had hand injuries or hand problems at all since going through this. So that's my endorsement of this. It helped me greatly. So who's it for? Every bass player on the planet. And I would say probably guitar players and stuff too. Everyone. It doesn't matter what level you is. If you just went into a guitar store and bought your very first bass and you saw this on the rack, buying it then is brilliant. It doesn't need any kind of prerequisite knowledge of the instrument. You don't have to be at a certain level. No. In fact, I would argue that it's most valuable before you developed any kind of physical bad habits or have already sustained an injury related to your bass playing. So I think anyone. Now, don't be discouraged if you're you're farther along on the journey, you're an advanced player, you've been playing 30 years, whatever. Any bass player can have benefit from this book, and I can't understand why you wouldn't get it. I guess that's another part, because we love bass playing and we love making music. We love playing live. And sometimes when you go from practicing on your own to getting in a band, and all of a sudden you're having these 5-hour rehearsals, and then you're playing, hours after hours, shows. Maybe you're in a cover band, so you play 4 45-minute sets a night or more. Going from the one of just practicing at home and stopping whenever you feel like it to where it's you have to play for 4 or 5 hours straight. You have to protect your investment. And if believe me, when I was the head bass counselor at Musicians Institute, I had to, unfortunately, do leave of absences for students who had injured themselves, got carpal tunnel, got tendonitis, had problems with their necks, back spasms, because they went from playing 30 minutes a day to playing 8 to 10 hours a day at a music school. So this knowledge will keep that from happening. I believe, I should say that. If you follow his guidelines and you do everything that he suggests about changing posture, changing things like that, I believe you can play for long periods of time and have better health and be able to either recover from injury quicker or prevent the injuries. All right, so that's who's it for. Why you get it, I kind of explained. We have to be able to keep playing. We have to be able to keep playing without pain. We want to enjoy this. We don't want it to be a physical challenge to just play our instrument or suffer after we played our instrument because now our hands are numb or our back's out and we have to lay on the couch all day. So that's it. So, it's pretty logical. I don't think I have to make too many arguments for buying this book. So, where can you get it? Boy, I found it everywhere. You can find it on all online retailers. I've noticed also as I've gone around and visited different music stores, certain music stores actually have it and feature it because they realize that that's an important element of every bass or every bass player. So I just can't I can't recommend it enough. Like I said, it's hard for someone to come back. Oh, I'm not going to buy that book because why? First of all, it's very affordable, and secondly, the information could keep you from hurting yourself and having to stop playing altogether. That's the worst. All right. Well, there you have it. Dr. Randall Kurtz, The Bassist Guide to Injury Management, Prevention, and Better Health. Must read. Must have, must read. Get it, read it. Don't get it and put it on a shelf. Does no good. Get it, read it. He's also very active on social media, so he's someone you can interact with if you have a question. So, and he's a great guy. One of the nicest guys I've ever met, and a really great bass player. All right, there you have it. Dr. Randall Kurtz. Thank you for this book. The entire bass family thanks you for this book, and we look forward to any other materials, any other products you come out, because we know you're looking after us, and that's pretty awesome. Thanks.